What's up, agents? Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. In today's video, I'm going to post a refreshed or updated version of my hardest hitting skill build. I posted this in TU12 just over a year ago. This is that same build, except I have tweaked it over the months that have passed to suit the current state of the game. New talent and some different attributes. So this actually does do more damage because we are going to be utilizing the capacitor a bit more than usual. So please make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. This skill build, as you know, utilizes the striker drone and assault turret, two of the best damage dealing skills in the game. You throw them out, they can mince through any content in the game by themselves. You don't even have to shoot, but this build is going to be a bit more engaging with you shooting your weapon and dishing out huge amounts of damage with your gun as well. So this is going to be great for solo or group PvE. In legendary mission, heroic, whatever you want to be putting this into, it will mince it very easily. So we're getting new content very soon, guys, new legendary missions. So you need to get your builds ready for that. So I hope you guys do enjoy this, enjoy the gameplay, and we will be back soon to go through the build in full detail.
Serious trauma detected.
This one!
Vital signs critical. Incoming backup request.
That's it! Tangos have deployed and turned. I'm here.
Vital signs critical. Serious trauma detected.
Whoa, shit!
In need of backup. Serious trauma detected.
Target is here!
Hopefully you guys did enjoy the gameplay. As you could see, we can hit just under 400,000 damage per crit with the capacitor assault rifle, so we can dish out huge amounts of damage with our gun, which is really good, and I think it's worthy of it, because seeing as though we don't just want to always just throw our skills and let them do all the work, you can, but I think it's always good to have some damage with your gun. That's why this version might be a bit better suited towards players who want to hit harder with their weapon. So you guys know the drill. We can throw out our turret and it can do around about 267,000 damage, which is really, really good per bullet, which if you consider the RPM over time, it's a lot of damage. It melts through chungers, robotic dogs, any kind of NPC in the game. Same as the drone. The drone can do around about 167,000 damage per bullet, which is insane. The drone is great. It goes around and, you know, even if NPCs are out of range or in cover, the drone will go towards them and take them out. I really do believe the drone is even more useful than the turret in some situations. So make sure you use both of them. Now you can use other skills, but you guys know those two skills do a lot of damage to armor and things like that. They're really, really strong. So make sure you do give them a try. You know the type of gameplay you'll see with this build. You throw the turret, throw the drone, try put the turret away from you so the the grenaders and any kind of explosive drones won't come towards you. The beep beep drones, they'll stay away from you and rather go for your turret. Now you can use the actual artificer hive to heal your skill, but then you would obviously have to sacrifice one for damage. So that's why I have not gone for skill haste in this build, because a turret and a drone, they last quite long and the cooldown is only like 12 to 15 seconds. So I don't think speccing into skill haste is that important. I know I did post that in the initial build, and it's up to you how far along the line you want to go for just a skill build, but you'll see what I mean shortly when we go through the build itself. So Technician, make sure this is activated and put skill damage on, and whatever gun you're going to be using, assault rifle damage activated, or whatever type it is, make sure that that type of damage is activated. Then we also get an extra skill tier, which means don't go for 6 yellows, make sure you have at least 1 red, which I've got on the bag. So simple, we have got 5 yellows, 1 red because of the skill tier that we get from the Technician Specialization. So we have got 6 skill tiers right here. You can utilize a gun to go for overcharge. You can use spike on the pistol or your weapon. Headshots grant plus 20% skill damage. There are many different kinds of talents you can use for a build like this. In sync also works, but I do recommend using the capacitor. The only problem is if you use another gun that gives you like future perfection, like the scalpel, if you swap from your capacitor, you lose the stacks, and the capacitor is just really, really good. So I would just recommend, when you can, just trying to hold this. Now I do use a sniper to kind of dish out damage from range to kill the snipers, because you can't really use an AR, especially in legendary. They will almost one-shot you, but that's something I want to talk about now as well. Probably thinking to yourself, I don't like glass cannon. There is a safety net mechanic in this game. Don't be fooled. Just give it a try. Don't think that you can go and use kinetic momentum and dish out similar damage or more damage. Kinetic momentum does millions of damage less than glass cannon, because you have to stack it up. When your skill dies, you have to stack it up even more. So when you add all of the other elements to your build, skill damage multipliers or any kind of incremental skill damage increase, like from tech support, then glass cannon does quite a lot of damage more than a kinetic momentum. And it will do millions of damage more over the course of mission. And there is a safety net mechanic which prevents you from being one-tapped in this game. And it was confirmed by the dev. I had a conversation with one of the devs and they did confirm this. I knew this was a thing, but I wasn't exactly sure how it works. So you actually take damage and then you'll take more damage than you should without dying, because there is a safety net mechanic. So that's why I think glass cannon is the way to go. Why? Because even if you have, for example, even 2 more blues, you still get melted just as quick. So I don't think taking extra damage even means much, especially considering we can stay in cover a lot of the time. So I recommend going for glass cannon. There are many other talents you can use. We've spoken about this before. And also with the backpack talent, I just want to quickly mention, I have gone for tech support. Why? Because I don't want to make it situational that I would need to use combined arms or perfect combined arms, which does give you more skill damage. Let's quickly showcase that to you guys so you understand what I mean. This will give you the most amount of skill damage, but the problem is you have to shoot and it doesn't last very long. So what happens is you'll shoot your gun. I think I've only got the actual normal combined arms on this character. It doesn't matter. So as you can see, combined arms, shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 25. I believe the perfect one is 30%. So it's only for 3 seconds. So that's a very short amount of time. And a lot of the times, if you need your skills to do the work for you, you won't be having the damage. With tech support, they will always have the damage, even in a group. Now, I thought to myself, well, this is probably going to be better in a group. It wasn't. My tech support was always active. I never had to worry about the situational damage from the backpack. So I definitely recommend using tech support. Give it a try, guys. It really does work, and it worked better than combined arms after testing both of them, to be honest. So let's go through the weapon first. Then we'll go through everything one by one. Capacitor, you know how it works. We get extra weapon damage from the skill tiers, which is great. Extra skill damage. Amazing gun, one of the best guns in the game. Why? Because it has crit chance 10% and 30% crit damage on a modification, and even weapon handling an 11 round increase. And we've got a decent RPM, decent mag size. It does a lot of damage, and it's just one of the best guns to use. And with this setup I've got now, we actually have got crit chance. So to make use of our default crit damage, 87 crit damage, 55% crit chance, it's very good and it works great. So the secondary is completely up to you. I use Ikim's long stick to give myself damage from range, like I said, to deal with those pesky snipers. You can use whatever you want. This works really well with damage to targets out of cover, and the way that I've modded this one is the nice VX1 scope, weapon damage, and optimal range. But there are many other guns you can use. Because we've got the capacitor, you can't use another exotic, but you guys can go for whatever you want. It's really up to you. Just remember, when you swap the capacitor away, you lose the stacks, which is quite annoying. Pistol, I've gone for card custom. It doesn't really matter. Just have a pistol with spike or in sync. That's one of the things. I think it'll be good to get overcharge from one of the guns. So there is a weapon that gives you overcharge. So you can go for something along those lines. I didn't want to showcase the build with it, but I definitely would recommend something like that. So make sure you guys just do that. I don't think I've actually got it on me here. I'll have a look and see if I've got it so I can showcase to you guys exactly what I mean. Because it really is up to you and how you want to be playing the game. Like I said, I've always got different weapons across my character, so sometimes I might forget about a piece or I might not have it. So as you can see, we've got future perfection, so you get overcharge. So when you're at skill tier 6, it gives us an overcharge. So the scalpel is really good. I actually made a build with this gun, so give it a try. This will be good to overcharge your skills, but like I said, I didn't want to just focus on that, but this will be very, very powerful. So make sure you guys don't forget about that talent. So let's go through the pieces now. So we have got the best 3-piece 4 build like this, which has got skill efficiency. That's 10% skill health, 10 skill damage, and 10 skill efficiency, which is Empress International. It's the best. Make sure you guys use this. Skill efficiency is everything. It's all the attributes that go towards the skill, like damage and health itself as well. So we are double stacking that. So make sure you guys do utilize this. Skill health is really good because your drone and your turret might take quite a lot of damage. You might end up losing them here and there, so just make sure you do have that. But you can spec into modifications however you would like. But remember, with this setup, this is why this is different to my other build. We have got skill damage and crit chance, because we want to try and make damage with our gun as well. And I tried this. I didn't think it was going to work. It worked like an absolute dream. We still have 2 rolls of skill haste and skill damage here, so don't worry, you can get your skills back. It's really up to you how much skill haste you want to put on, or even other attributes. So with the 3-piece Empress, as you can see, the mask, the gloves, and the holster all have skill damage and crit chance. Very simple. The modification is a 6% crit chance modification. Just make sure your crit chance is no less than 54%. Then Wyvern for the skill damage, the 1-piece. Simple, skill, haste, and skill damage. It's up to you what you put on this. You can have, like I say, more crit chance, crit damage as well, but it is good to have a little bit of skill haste. It's dependent on if you're playing solo. If you're playing solo, having a bit of skill haste might be beneficial, but it's negligible. Like I said in my previous video, I know it seems like you're going all out on skills, but it's just way more beneficial to allow your agent to crit more, because we have got such a high baseline amount of crit damage, considering we've got our Shade Tech watches now, which is really, really good. So glass cannon, as I said before, you can use kinetic momentum. You will get way less damage. You can use some other talents. You guys decide, but honestly, it's really good because of the safety net mechanic. Make sure you give it a try. Then holster, best in slot for 2 damage skills. If you're going to be going for Artificer Hive, by the way, don't use this if you want to, because you might lose damage. You probably could be better off using something else, like maybe a Grupo or a Cheska, for example. But just remember, if you're using 2 damage skills, use this. This gives us a lot of extra skill damage, which is definitely best in slot here. Then the backpack, I have gone for Fenris because I wanted to get baseline weapon damage. Because let's be honest, when you have an increase of 10% assault rifle damage, we're going to be getting that damage all the time, 100% of our bullets, because you only crit 50 to 60% of the time. So that's why I think it's more beneficial to go for Fenris rather than a Cheska or a Grupo. But that's completely up to you. That's dependent on the situation and what kind of missions you're playing. So you can decide. You can go for Cheska, Grupo, then maybe you can benefit from using other weapons. You don't have to use an AR. So that's completely up to you. I just try and throw some ideas out there for you guys. So the skills, very simple. We have got the assault turret. With this one, I've gone for duration, which is quite important. I don't have any more here, so it's up to you what you put there. But duration, haste, damage, things like that is what you should be putting on. This one as well, duration, health, and damage. I would recommend going for things like that. Then the stats, you guys can have a look, pause the video if you want to. This is definitely my favorite skill build to you. This is what I use to solo legendary or play with a team to dish out damage. You will out damage your teammates. If someone's got a full skill build with all yellow attributes, because you can hit so hard with your gun, it makes perfect sense. So you need to gauge if you want to use perfect combined arms as well, guys, because like I said before, I don't like to have to shoot for my skills to do damage. This allows, the tech support allows my skills to actually do the damage for me and get the kills and keep that up themselves. And especially the drone. The drone gets where other players can't. So your teammates won't be able to kill the enemies. The drone will, and then it'll actually be able to take out, like, for example, the healing boxes in some of the parts of District Union, which is quite annoying. I'm sure you know that by now. Armor damage, headshot damage, crit damage, 87, 55% crit chance. Very good. We've got some weapon handling as well. Just to mention, guys, 20% accuracy and stability, which is great for console players. Then you guys can pause the video. Like I said before, these skills, running skill haste is not even needed because we've got 52% already, which is great. Then, like, just to mention, I think I have forgotten with the attributes, I have got crit chance modifications all around and at 1 crit damage, so 12% crit damage modification. So with these modifications, there are many different things you can go for. Protection from elites, which could probably not be a good idea because, like I said before, you got glass cannon, you will be taking a lot of damage anyway. You can go for headshot damage if you're on PC rather. Headshot damage would probably be more beneficial all round if you know that you are going to be hitting headshots, but I tend to use this for more of a distance, so I don't think it would help me that much. It's up to you guys. Then if you wanted to go a bit more along the lines of like your turret or your drone aren't lasting long enough, you can go for skill duration, which would be really good, or you can just stack some more skill haste. That's completely up to you. It's dependent on your playstyle and what you want from the build. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You know, are you going to use tech support? We get 25% for 20 seconds as opposed to like 3 seconds from the normal combined arms. This is very good, and I think this is very beneficial to myself. Because I can just keep this up all the time without having to shoot, and 20 seconds is a decent amount of time, but it's completely up to you. I know that, you know, generally when you use a gun with a talent, you would think combined arms would be better, but a lot of the times when I need my skills to do damage because I'm taking damage, then they don't have the damage because I'm not shooting, so it's counterproductive. So I think this is a much better way, and I prefer to run it this way. So make sure to leave a like, guys, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.